Welcome, my G, to the Don't Go Broke Masterclass, episode 2. Today, we're gonna talk about patience. I got all my notes here to give you the best details on the thesis today. Let's get into it. But first of all, if you're new here, I am not a meme coin millionaire yet, but I didn't go broke. I'm still in profit. So I'm doing this series to help me, to help you, to help everyone. So let's fucking do this. Patience. What is patience? Patience is the capacity to accept or tolerate delay, problems, or suffering without becoming annoyed or anxious. Pretty straightforward. So, what does impatience lead us to in our meme coin trading journey? It leads us to overtrading. It leads us to buy FOMO tops. It leads us to frustration that makes us overtrade even more. And this creates a downward spiral that leads us to blindness. So, yeah, everything that makes you lose money pretty much. So, why is patience so critical? Because in this, especially in the meme coin market, we have these charts that are, I think, I think we can agree on that these are the most volatile charts in the world. The new pairs meme coin charts are the most volatile in the world, and they're infested by insiders, by bots, bundle bots, rug bots, which makes it very difficult to be patient. So, first of all, we need to underline something that is very important, which is not mistaking patience by inaction. Because patience means waiting for a good setup, but inaction comes up after patience when you actually have a good setup that shows up and then you still don't do shit. That is inaction. So do not mistake patience for inaction. You have, for example, how to do this is to review missed trades, and I'm not saying negative trades, the trades that you didn't take. Did you maybe round trip, or did patience save you from a rug? Because most of the time, when you're trading new pairs or meme coins, like I do, most of the time, I would say probably like 90% of the time, if you don't touch the charts, you make more money than touching the chart. Because when you're over trading, or basically, especially with this bonk shit right now that pump fund is not number one anymore, 90% of the coins are bundled. So 90% of the time, having patience will save you money. So, how do we develop patience? That's what we want to know, right? We can watch the chart, we can do our research, and again, because sometimes not taking a trade is a W. One thing one thing I like to do to improve my patience is when I am frenetic and I'm like, ooh, I gotta trade, I gotta trade. I want to remember the last time I got rugged. I want to remember the last time I bought the top and it instantly dumped. I want to remember the last time that I didn't wait for a dip, so I bought the top, it dipped, I sold the bottom, and then it went back up. All of this because I wasn't patient enough, because I didn't wait for a fucking dip. So remember your failed trades when you don't want to be patient. That's one tip I can give you. Then, what you can do, something very important, is setting rules beforehand. And my way of doing this is filters, because especially when you trade new pairs on meme coins, you have to create your own filters, bro. Because if you don't have filters like these big KOLs do, they don't use filters, most of them. It's because whatever they touch turns to gold because it brings everybody's attention, but you have no fucking motion. So how the fuck you gonna turn everything you touch to gold? You have to find what is already gold. So create your own filters for your new pairs that reward your patience, meaning that you can't just get everything that comes up. Get something with a little bit of volume. Get something with a nice percentage of top 10 holders. Get something that helps you believe in the coin in order to hold it for longer, if you know what I mean. Another thing you can do to develop patience is, of course, just like with fear we saw yesterday, is trade with smaller amounts. Because in a testing phase, all you can do is trade with small amounts. So that is, I think, is the best way to actually gain confidence in your system. And of course, you have to reward your patience. Because of course, when you make mistakes, you gotta fix them and notice and everything. But when you do things right, you have to reward yourself. Because at the end of the day, we are fucking monkeys. So we have to incite our brain to do the right things. So when we do the right things, we need to reward ourselves so that we continue doing the right things, even unconsciously. Shit, my hair is fucked up. Whatever. So what does patience bring us? Damn, this video is getting long. What does patience bring us? Patience brings us safer entries, safer exits. Repeat with me. Patience brings us safer entries, safer exits. It makes us avoid scams, because if you look at a scam, eventually it's gonna rug. So if you had the patience to look at it without fucking FOMO buying it, you saved money, and saving money in this space is making money. Patience gives you emotional discipline also, because it's not like if you develop patience in meme coin trading, you just have that patience when you're trading. Like, you gain that patience in life in general, so you become a better person in general. That's why I think trading, people, they say, oh, I don't know if it was the Robert Downey Jr. who went to Wall Street, and he went out of Wall Street and he said, I never seen a place with such low, I don't know if he said low IQ or like such piece of shit human beings. But bro, like, in my opinion, it's literally the opposite. Like, when you start trading, you have to develop patience to face your fears, to face every other aspect, and it's the career that asks you to improve your life as a whole the most. And people don't understand that. So yeah, learning patience will teach you patience in real life, in your private life also. So another thing that patience brings us, of course, what I already said, is saving money. So personal tips. As I told you again, I don't know, I freestyled with my notes today. I'm sorry, guys. But you have to create yourself some filters. Again, remember the fucking filters. To reward yourself, to analyze your losses, which is also important, because would have waiting in that case. Analyze your losses. Take a bad trade you took. Oh my god. And ask yourself, would waiting have saved you? And the more you answer yes, the more you need to be patient. And I'm gonna tell you something that's gonna make you smile. If you only answer yes to would waiting would have saved you, it means that you only got good coins. Because if you answer no, it means that it went to fucking zero. So if you answer yes to that question every time, you're on the right path. Trust me. And one thing I like to do also is have a watch list, because that's one thing that I do on the final stretch coins right before the migrate, right? Is I let them go for the first wave, for the first pump, You know, when they come out, everybody FOMOs into them. It goes maybe to 10, 15, 20, even 30k sometimes. And then it starts to hesitate, and then it fucking dumps because it got bundled like on bonk most of the time. So I like to have to wait for the first, but mostly the second big dip, because most people make money on the first wave. So the longevity of the coin is decided on the second or third wave, if you know what I mean. Because it pumps, goes down, then it hesitates, and if it survives that second big dip, in my opinion, that's a really good coin. So, guys, I hoped this video helped you. We didn't do greed today, we're gonna do greed tomorrow. So, if you like this video and you're excited for the next part, comment I am patience. So, thank you guys for coming, and see you guys next time.